Yo, what is up guys? My name is Rhino Gaming. We're back for another Fortnite video. So yes, yesterday we uploaded the worst to best chapter 2 season 3 skins. And before the tier list, now it's time for the worst to best backblings. And I'm expecting this to be the last video I upload of Fortnite chapter 2 season 3 before we get into season 4. So with the season ending so fast, we're just going to get onto the list right away. So as I said in the earlier video, I think we got some awesome backblings this season. Like, every backbling that's in the top 25, I would say, are amazing backblings. And that's half the backblings, because we have 52 backblings. So, yeah, 52 backblings, let's get into it. And, of course, before we do, don't forget to use my code RhinoGamingYT. You don't have to, but if you do, it'll be much appreciated. Thank you, guys. Alright, so coming at the number 52 spot for the worst backbling of this season, easily, we have the Swampy Sack. Now, there are very few backblings of this season that I would say are actually rubbish backblings. But this is definitely one of them. Like, what is it? It's a bag with so many different components, so much going on with it. The bit of skin going up of it, the scales, just looks gross. And the rest of the bag is just not appealing. And the color scheme just doesn't really do me justice. It's a weird backbling and kind of disgusting one as well. Moving on to the number 51 spot, we have the Shadowjet set. And yeah, and I just realized putting this, the whole season I've been bullying the Mecha Team Shadow. I ranked the Mecha Team Shadow as the second lowest ranked skin of this season, and now her backbling, the Shadowjet set, is the second lowest ranked backbling. And yeah, I do not feel bad whatsoever. I do not like the Jet set backbling. I will admit this backling's slightly better than both the styles of the original Jet set, but I hate the Jet set because of how bulky it is and how split up they are. And this one, so yeah, it's just not that much better, and it's not original either. Alright, moving on to the number 50 spot, we have the Beach Coma. And this was in the Battle Pass, and if you just look at it, it's got an interesting color scheme, but to me, I'm just not a big fan of it. And there's just way too much accessories going on with it that just make it look weird to use. Not bulky, but just so much going on with it. It's a wacky backbling. Like, if you want to try and defend this backbling and say it's a good backbling, just look at it again and just tell me that you're going to wear that backbling. Tell me in the comments. Alright, moving on to the number 49 spot, we have the Banana Cabana, one of the coolest names for a backbling. So does that mean the backbling itself lives up to its name by being just as cool? Absolutely not. It's interesting, I'll give it that, but just again, the color scheme's fine. It looks kind of dirty in a bad way, and the banana slices on it just look disgusting to me personally, because I hate bananas. And compared to other backblings we've got this season, it's just not good. At the number 48 spot, we have the Dive Hazard. It's just a boring fishing themed bag. It's green and black, obviously. It's got the same color scheme as Barracuda, who I did praise, who it comes with, but the green just doesn't look as good on this type of bag, and it's just a pretty boring bag in general. At the number 47 spot, we have the Impact Green. Similar to the Dive Hazard, just a pretty boring bag, but at least it's got a better green on it. Lime green and black. I do like that for it, but still, it's a dreary backbling. It cannot get any more drearier. At the number 46 spot, we have the Double Fang, and it's got an interesting design, an interesting shape for a backbling. It's just, for a bag, sorry, but it's just really not for me, and the color scheme on it just looks inauthentic, just like on the Scarlet Serpent skin. And again, compared to other backblings, it's just not as good. At the number 45 spot, we have the Underbite, and this backbling's kind of interesting in a way. It's a bag, but I like how it looks like a shark's mouth, and I like the teeth on it. I'll give it that. But again, it's just not very interesting compared to other backblings, and kind of cheap. At the number 44 spot, we have the Back Scoop, and this backbling, I do not know what it is. It kind of looks like, it's like the Beach Coma, where it's just got so much accessories going on, but at least it's not as bulky, and the accessories aren't hanging off it as much. It's a bit more interesting. It's got the pickaxe on it, the scoop, which I do like, and it's got, it is pretty interesting, this backbling, and I do like it in a way. It kind of looks like a coral bomb, but still, again, it's just not for me whatsoever, and there's too much going on with it. At the number 43 spot, we have the Deep Dive. It is literally the air tank, but worse, because at least the air tank is cool because it has the shark face on it, but this one, it's bulkier. It's got a nice color scheme, I will admit. It's got some styles, but it's just kind of bulky and not very unique. And it's got the dive knives on the side of it, and it would have been cool if they had have implemented where you take the pickaxes out of the backbling, yet they didn't for whatever reason. yet they proved they're very capable of doing so, and they even did it a couple of times with some other skins and Backblings this season. So why didn't they do it here? Missed opportunity. At the number 42 spot, we have the Manta Pack, and it's got a cool color scheme. I love the red and black, and I love the idea how we're getting a red and black jetpack, but the shape of it is just kind of obnoxious, and it's very bulky. And just, if you wear it on a small skin, like I would have loved to wear it on a Chaos Agent, but because Chaos Agent is so slim, it just looks too heavy on him, and it's got an obnoxious shape. Very disappointing in this Backbling. At the number 41 spot, we have the Tidal Hazard, and this is the Backbling for the male counterpart of Barracuda, the male version of the Dive Hazard Backbling, and it is a little bit better. I like the green and black and the blades on the side, but still not very interesting. At the number 40 spot, we have the Backstabber. This was this season's starter pack Backbling, and we're starting to get some decent Backblings here. It's a pretty clean backpack. I like how clean it is, the black with a little bit of blue and the yellow blade. And I do think it was kind of unique to have the blade in the middle at first, but still, I just don't really know if I appreciate the shape of the bag, how the middle sector of it sticks out a bit more. I'm not sure. I probably prefer the black style, just the all black look. I think it looks nice. At the number 39 spot, we have the Anchor, and it is as it says. It's just an Anchor Backbling. Nothing that I'd use, but it is pretty good for what it is. At the number 38 spot, we have the Hort Holster, which just came out today, and even though it's not the most exciting, not the most interesting Backbling, I do think that out of all the Backblings that have a gun on it, this is one of the best. It's a small bag. It's not a big bag with just a bunch of different accessories and a gun. It's a small bag. The gun that takes up half of it, and the little bit of pink that stands out on the top, I think is kind of nice. At the number 37 spot, we have the Gunny Bag, and this Backbling, similar to the Hort Holster, but bigger, Western themed. The brown is kind of interesting, even though I'm not a huge fan of brown. I think it suits this design. I like that the little things hanging off of it, the shape of it, I think is pretty cool. And the shotgun on it is really cool as well. It's just a little too bulky for a bag. If it was smaller, I think it would be great, or I'd use it more. At number 36 spot, we have Ohm's Purge. And whether you were to call this Backbling a Backbling or a pet is debatable, but it still counts on this list. It's definitely one of the better pets in the game. It's not bulky, it's not distracting, and the cool thing about it is that if you're using it with the glider, it comes off and becomes the glider, and then goes back on the perch, which I think is a really cool feature. Even though I'm not crazy about the Backbling itself, I'm not crazy about any pets. I do not wear pets. It's still a pretty good one. At the number 35 spot, we have the Weathered Wings, and these wings, yeah, they may look pretty weird, pretty wacky, funky, dirty. They somehow go well on a lot of skins, even though they don't really match that many skins at all. Even the skin it comes with, because of all the colors, because of its dirty look and the weathered look it has, you can wear it on a lot of dirty themed outfits. And even outfits that have one of the colors or none of the colors even. There's just something about this Backbling that makes it universal. And it's hard to see why. And I get that. I'm not sure how I feel about them being inflatable, though, I will say that. But for a set of wings, these are pretty interesting. At the number 34 spot, we have the Trapper Pack. And it's a pretty interesting bag. It's a bag mixed with some kind of booby trap on it. The gun on it kind of looks like a toy pistol, which I think is pretty cool. It's got red, pink, and a bit of grey. It's just a bit hard to match, and I'm not typically a huge fan of the midnight style. And the tail hanging off it, I do think, is a pretty nice touch. At the number 33 spot, we have Sharky Shawls. And it's a toy shark as a Backbling. It's adorable. I think it's really cool. Really, the only problem with it is that color scheme, that whitish pink all over it, means it doesn't really go on much. Whereas at least the Underbite has that bit of red on it to make it go well with a little bit more. But this is definitely a better Backbling than the Underbite for the male version. It's adorable. I just wish it had a different color scheme or matched more. At the number 32 spot, we have the Double Agent Stripe. And this is just part of the Double Agents pack from the Double Agent Hush. A Double Agent version of the Stripe. Was never a fan of the Stripe Backbling, but of course in the white and gold, the black and gold looks super clean. But still, just like with Double Agent Hush, it's definitely the weakest Backbling out of the three from this pack. At the number 31 spot, we have the Angular Chick. And this is just as straightforward as you can get for a bag. It's just a nice small bag, no accessories on it, a nice geometric shape with nice little design on it. I like the straps that hang off of it. Again, I like the geometric shape, and I love the lime green. It's a really nice Backbling for a simple one. At the number 30 spot, we have the June Tripper. And this It's mainly a bag, but definitely the best part about it is that little electric baton on it. I think is really cool, makes it look aggressive, and the black and yellow is always a nice color scheme. At the number 29 spot, we have the Night Bag, and this is basically the shadow version of the Bright Bag. I don't think it's as good as the Bright Bag, but I do think it's better than the Night Gunner skin, and I think with this design on it, with the white on it and the black, makes it look a bit scarier, which is kind of intriguing to me. At the number 28 spot, we have the Sour Swirl, and this is probably the best Backbling out of the Summer Legends pack. It's not amazing by any means, but it's just a bag with a swirl, with the design of a swirly piece of candy that looks like a piece of candy. It's nice. The little bits of colors on the side of it, the weird colors going together, is sometimes I can handle it. Other times I think it's fine or makes more possibilities for combos, certain combos. Other times I just wish it wasn't there. But still, when you're looking in from the front, it's a pretty nice, sweet Backbling. No pun intended. At the number 27 spot, we have the Eternal Shield, and this is nowhere near as good as the Black Shield or any of those shields. But it's not bad. It's still a nice looking shield. It's got a unique shape. I just wish it had the Enlightened style, because when you're wearing it on the Enlightened style of Eternal Night, it just looks cheap. It doesn't go well with it. That's the only problem with it. But still, I do think the gold style with a little bit of black and red, definitely the best style, looks really clean on this particular shield. At the number 26 spot, we have the Buddy Bag, LoserFruit's Backbling, and I think the storyline for this Backbling is pretty cool. It's based off the 3 players. I don't remember their names, I'm sorry. I don't really follow streamers that much anymore. But they apparently stream sniped LoserFruit so many times that she ended up playing with them, and they incorporated them in the Backbling, which I think is really cool. Really, the one problem I have with that is I just hope it doesn't encourage more players to start stream sniping streamers, and encourage them to do it until they get their own, that streamer gets their own skin, and they'll possibly be featured in the Backbling. Because this Backbling, it's a nice, friendly themed Backbling, goes well with a lot. I really like the colors, and I love how the Peely, or the guy playing as Peely, just looks like the person who was just there, you know? He wasn't that important to the trio, but he was just there, tagging along. He really looks like it to me, and that's sort of the vibes I sort of get when it comes to Peely. But still, it's a nice Backbling. At the number 25 spot, we have the Mini Moon at the number 25 spot, and the number 24 spot, the Lunar Sim. And both these are part of the same set. The Mini Moon came in the Battle Pass with Siona, and then the Lunar Sim came with Dio in the item shop. Now, I do think the Lunar Sim is slightly better than the Mini Moon, because it's got a bit more going on, and I think I really like the green force that's around it, and the things going around, I don't know. It's actually pretty interesting, whereas the Mini Moon is a bit more universal, no pun intended, and it's just more straightforward, based off the moon that Gru stole from Despicable Me. But I do think both these are really good Backblings, but still, the Lunar Sim, not worth buying Dio just for it. Especially if you have the Battle Pass, or either way, it's not worth it, I don't think. But regardless, it's still a very nice Backbling, both of these. At the number 23 spot, we have the Beef Pack. Just essentially, Beef Boss head or burger as a Backbling, and I love how tiny it is. I love how it's actually to scale of a real burger, not a gigantic burger. Maybe I wish it was just a tiny bit bigger, because I know there are burgers bigger than that do exist. But still, I think it's really funny. I think it's really cool you finally get this as a Backbling, and you could literally chuck it on anything you want. Just a skin that you think might like eating burgers. It's just, there are no limits with this Backbling. It's funny, it's hilarious, and I love it. At the number 22 spot, we have the Double Agent Ooze unit, and this is the Backbling for Chaos Double Agent. And again, the white and gold, or black and gold with the gold ooze, looks very, very clean. In some ways, I think it's probably better than the normal ooze chamber, but I don't think Double Chaos Agent is better than Chaos Agent. But still a very clean Backbling, and the oil coming out of it almost looks like honey in a way. I don't know, I know that sounds weird, but that's how I think. At the number 21 spot, we have the Bellow Bag, and this Backbling hasn't come out yet. It's supposed to come with Madcap, and again, I do really like the mushroom sprouting out of it. I think it's an evil-looking Backbling. I love the color scheme, the glow to it. Even though mushrooms are not the most tastiest thing, nor is this the most juiciest or most appealing-looking Backbling to some, but still, it's very unique, and I still think it's really cool. At the number 20 spot, we have the Star Power. Just essentially a glowing pink neon star for a Backbling. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's got a pretty cool shape. Really, the only thing that prevents me from using it, it's a little too bright, especially at night. just at nighttime at least. But still, it's a very nice backbling, very straightforward as well, and definitely deserves some more love. At the number 19 spot, we have the Boombox 3000, and if you compare this to the other Boombox, this backbling, it's a lot smaller than the Boombox that came with the Mullet Marauder. Looks more like a more modern Boombox instead of an 80s theme one. It's not sitting sideways, and it's so much better. I love the purple and blue color scheme. I love how the amplifiers on there, the equalizers, react to music and emotes, not just emotes that any emotes that have no music, emotes that have music, and I think that's really cool. Really nice feature indeed. At the number 18 spot, we have the Titan Scale, and this is just, it's a very small backbling. It's tiny, this backbling, but it's so nice. The green and gold, again, I really love, but at the same time, this is a backbling that, unlike the Atlantean fish stick, or even Aquaman's green and gold style, where it's hard to find a backbling to wear, you can wear this on quite a bit, because the green looks a bit like a teal, and because of how small and thin it is, it's a beautiful, clean backbling. It's very nice, very, very nice, and the gold, again, looks so nice, and it's got the pickaxes on the side. If you're using the pickaxes with it, you pull it out of them, so that's an example of a backbling that was able to incorporate that, yet the backbling for Scuba Jonesy couldn't even incorporate that for the dive knives. Why? Yet they did it with this one, and yet it's a very nice backbling. At the number 17 spot, we have the Coral Cow. And don't you remember back in the days of Season 6 where we were getting so many capes and people got sick of them? Now we get them every once in a while, but I think now the few times we do get capes, I think they're really good. And this one is a really good cape. Imagine if they had that same philosophy for skins, like releasing less skins, but every time they do, it's good. Would I rather that or rather this? I'd probably rather this, because we got to have some bad skins here and there, and even those bad skins are going to be liked by some people, because people have their own opinions, and it's always fun to have a skin to hate on, like Mecha Team Shadow, just a bully. But no, this is an extremely nice cape. I love the blue design on the top, and I love how, as it goes down, it gets more and more transparent. I think that's a really cool feature, and it's a nice cape that's very competitive friendly, because it's transparent, it's thin, and very clean, and very universal as well. At the number 16 spot, we have the Fire Starter, and this is basically a fiery ball, a flaming black hole. We have 3 of them now. We have this one, the black hole, and the Nucleus backbling for Galaxy Scout, and I think this one is the least best, personally, but it's still a pretty cool backbling. It's a ball of fire. How could you not like it? At the number 15 spot, we have the Warning Bow, and yes, it's another bow tie backbling. I don't think it's as good as the Cuddle Pull Bow, just the all-red one, but with the black and yellow, the stripes, I think it looks really cool, and I love how it sort of represents warning tape, like a bow made out of warning tape. Even though it's not actually, it's just got the same color scheme and design as it, I still think that's really cool. At the number 14 spot, we have the Chain Stick Pack. This backbling has not come out yet. It's meant to come out with the Seeker, but again, love the gray, black, and orange color scheme. Think it looks really cool. Love the 2 pairs of nunchucks on the top. It's not the first backbling we've gotten with nunchucks on it, like the Focus Pack, the Chuck Pack, excuse me, and the Copper Tiger Face for Copper Wasp. But this one I do think is the best. It's aggressive, it's got a cool design on it, and I think it's going to be more universal than that Tiger Face backbling I said. And again, I love any backbling that has nunchucks on it, really. But this one, even though it may be a little bulky, it looks aggressive, it looks clean, and the design on it is kind of scary. This is what I call an awesome bag backbling, because I know a lot of the bag backblings are the ones that are ranked at the bottom, because you got some more unique backblings that are just cooler. This one is definitely a really good one. At the number 13 spot, we have the Wrong Turn, and it's a steering wheel, it's a backbling. I really like it. I think it's a really cool idea. I love how it's interactive every time you jump, not just stiff. That definitely makes it a lot better. Black and yellow, so it goes well with a lot, and that nice green little air freshener on it just adds a nice little touch to it to me. I think it's really good. At the number 12 spot, we have the Llama Buster. And this, yeah, it's a recolor of the Llama Corn Shield, but again, it's got the no llama design on it. I praise the Splatterella skin for being like a new pinnacle skin, a skin that probably starts a new culture of Fortnite instead of having so many llama-themed skins. Because llamas are the mascot, we got an anti-llama themed skin. This backbling shows no llamas. I think that's really cool. The green and purple is obviously a nice color scheme, and I love how there's swords in it, mixing swords with shields. Sure, it's not the most original shield, it's a Llama Corn Shield, but it's the opposite of the Llama Corn Shield. because it's an anti-llama shield, and I love it. Moving on to the number 11 spot, we have the Back Scratcher. Just, there's a lot going on with this Backbling, and yet it's not too bulky, not too obnoxious. There's a lot of colors going on it. It's very nice. I love the record disc spinning around it. The glowing looks nice, and it's reactive to you taking shields, opening chests, and you doing music, and I think that's really cool. At the number 10 spot, we have made it to the top 10 spot. In the number 10 spot, we have the Double Agent Hard Case. Definitely the best Double Agent Backbling. The cuff case, but done so much better. It's basically like, think of Brutus Glider, how it's just, the default style is just silver cuff cases, and then when you get the Ghost or Shadow, it's white or black, depending on what you do it. And yeah, in white or black just looks so much more clean compared to silver, but with the gold outlines and corners, it just looks even more clean. It is a super clean backbling, looks amazing, goes so well with Ghost or Shadow Midas, whichever one you got, and so much better than the cuff case. Definitely what the cuff case should have been. At the number 9 spot, we have the Proto Adamantium shield, aka Captain America's shield, and while yes, this shield is massive, it's bulky, and that might put off some players, but it's thin. It's the first time where you can make your backbling become a pickaxe, not just pulling the pickaxe out of the backbling, but the pickaxe is the backbling that you pull off your back, and that's awesome. And as well as that, as a pickaxe, do I rank this as a backbling, or just as a backbling, or as a backbling and pickaxe? Because it sounds really good as a pickaxe, but as a backbling, just the fact that you can turn into a pickaxe is so cool. And it's freaking Captain America's shield. What else do you need? The skin might have been a bit of a disappointment, but the backbling and the pickaxe, definitely worth copping the skin just for it. At the number 8 spot, we have the Windshell, and it's a seashell backbling. It's a peaceful, beautiful, happy theme backbling. The color scheme is so nice. The design of it, so nice. I love the little things hanging off of it. Yeah, it might be a little bulky, bulk.com, but I don't care. It's a seashell. It looks beautiful. At the number 7 spot, we have the Quad Roller, and this backbling really surprised me. I love the idea of how it's got like a big rollerblade wheel in the middle of it, and it's got the skull in the middle, and how it's coming across different corners. I think that's really cool, and how it spins faster as you run. The default style is my least favorite. The minty style thing looks really nice. The green and pink, I think, is a nice color scheme, but the fire style is the fire style. It looks sick. The fire coming out of each corner mixed with the fiery thing wheel looks amazing. And this is definitely a very aggressive backbling and a very unique one. Very solid backbling. At the number 6 spot, we have the Neon Backboard. And now, just as a backboard backbling, as a basketball hoop, it's amazing. 2 different colors, and something we should have gotten a while ago. And I love how every time you get a kill, the rims glow. I think that's a really nice feature. But it's not just a backboard. It's also an Axojet, or it's called the Axojet. It's like some kind of quad fuel jet. Sure, I still think the backboard's better, but the fact that you can have 2 different backblings, each would have 2 edit styles, so 4 edit styles in one backbling is just amazing. Such good value. But it's not just the value why this backbling ranks high, it's a freaking awesome backbling. Great color scheme, cool design, and the fact that we get a basketball hoop as a backbling after so long is amazing. At the number 5 spot, we have the Nucleus, and this is the backbling for Galaxy Scout, and the Galactic Disc was one of my favorite backblings in the game, and maybe this one's not as good, but it is definitely got more pizzazz than the Galactic Disc. Not as original because it's another black hole, but definitely the best one in my opinion. The black hole I still think was better than the Firestar just because it's more simple, more clean, more universal, and more original. But this one actually is a bit more creative, is a bit more done to it. It's got the cool Galaxy design on it. I already love the Galaxy design either way. I love the Galaxy Scout. But this one, if you don't feel like wearing Galaxy Scout, this backbling is definitely amazing in a way. You can just throw it on anything. It's got the awesome Galaxy design, which I don't need to talk about. It's so clean, and it's got the nice orbits around it, which might be a little distracting to some, but gives it a bit more life and makes it a bit more different to the black hole. So maybe we're going to be getting more backblings like this, and the black hole's not going to be as original, but this one, to me, will always be the best. It's beautiful. It's amazing. At the number 4 spot, we have the Heartless Wings, and these are the best wings in the game, hands down. And I already love the Stoneheart wings with the gold outline, but this one, the purple, The Fallen Love Wings were my favorite Love Wings, but this one, the purple with the black outline, just looks so nice and aggressive at the same time. I love that, just the small details from that little bit of detail carved into the outline to the glowing purple lines on the wings themselves. And I do dig the shape of these Stoneheart wings, but these ones definitely blow them out of the water. And I was sort of getting tired of wings, but these ones are my new favorite wings, my new go-to wings. And now because of that, I don't want any more wings. These wings are perfect. At the number 3 spot, we have the Infinite Bloom, the highest ranked backbling from this battle pass, easily. It's essentially a holographic flower as a backbling, which, if you didn't know, at nighttime, it opens up just like an actual flower. The pellets open up, which is awesome, and it's just absolutely beautiful backbling. Very universal, you can literally wear on anything, and it just looks great. But at the number 2 spot for a backbling, it's even better. We have the Universal Bloom, and while the Infinite Bloom is basically a holographic flower, this is literally a sun or mixed with a flower, because it's got the pellets on the side to make it look like a flower, but it also looks like the sun in the middle. When the animation's going across, looks like a sun or a star up close. It just looks absolutely sick. This is one of the best backblings in the game. It's not as universal as the Infinite Bloom, I would say, but what you do find it on, if you can find a skin to go well with, it looks amazing. And the pellets, aren't just normal pellets. They got a nice little design to them. But take a close look at this backbling. Just take a look at that beautiful animation going on in the middle. It's amazing. Beautiful backbling, absolutely beautiful, but not quite the best. This was tough between the top 2, because both these are some of my favorite backblings in the game. But for the number 1 spot, I guess I had to give it to the coolest backbling, the most out there backbling, the Moon Jelly. And this is amazing. It's a jellyfish for a backbling. What else would you want? Sure, I was not a big fan of the Xenopod for the Corrupted Voyager, just because the tentacles look kind of gross, but this one, it's just a proper jellyfish. The tentacles aren't as all over the place. They actually look nice. It looks scary. It's a scary looking backbling. The head, the way it jitters every time you jump, from small features like that to the way it breathes, I think is really cool. There's actually life to it on the inside. The little dots on it, just like on the Mariana skin on the tentacles, is very nice. It's slightly reactive to getting a kill, which is nice. But overall, it's just an amazing backbling, and so unique and scary as well. It's perfect. And the color scheme is absolutely amazing. What more could you want from a backbling? One that's unique, check. One that has amazing color scheme, check. Not too bulky, check. Has life, check. Scary, maybe? I don't know, depending on what you want. But yeah, you got all that in this backbling. It's perfect. Well, that pretty much wraps up the video. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what your favorite backbling was of this season. Tell me what you thought of my list. Tell me what you're thinking of Season 4. And as always, guys, if you'd like to support me, make sure you leave a like. Again, use my creator code RhinoGamingYT. Until then, guys, I'll see you in the next season. Bye-bye.